Okay, let me just invite Navjot Gosam madam for the inauguration speech. Please, madam.
Good afternoon, everyone. Shobana madam. Sorry, I didn't get your name. Renu. Shri Renu. And the vibrant members who are organized the Esperantia 21. We are in now Jan 22. I think we believe to inaugurate this in December, but due to many reasons it has got postponed to today. Anyways, very happy to be here. I may not be knowing any of you by name, but when your friends came to meet me in my chamber that day, all I could understand is that one day I was at that stage. And I believe that I owe that to the younger aspirants who are going to write the civil services. സിവിൽ സർവീസിന് വേണ്ടി തയ്യാറി ചെയ്യാനുണ്ട്. ഞാൻ ഒരു ദിവസം ആ ഒരു സ്റ്റേജിലായിരുന്നു. അവരുടെ മുഖമിലെ ആ ഹോപ്പ്, ആ എക്സ്പെക്റ്റേഷൻ കണ്ടിട്ട് മാത്രമേ ഞാൻ വിചാരിച്ചു എന്തായാലും ഒരു 15 മിനിറ്റ് ആയാലും ഹാഫ് ആൻ അവർ ആയാലും ഞാൻ തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും അവിടെ പോവാം. The journey from that side to this side definitely takes a lot of hard work. That is true. And there is no shortcut to success. There is no shortcut to not doing the expected or the required hard work. ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് ഒരു സ്ട്രക്ചർഡ് സ്പീച്ച് പറയാൻ വേണ്ടി ഒന്നും തയ്യാറി ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല. ഞാൻ വിചാരിച്ചു ഇവിടെ ഒരു ഇൻറ്ററാക്ഷനാണ് ഞാൻ കൂടുതലായിട്ട് പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കുന്നു. കാരണം ഈ സ്റ്റേജിലെ നിങ്ങളുടെ മനസ്സിൽ കുറേ ഒരു ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കും. എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം, എങ്ങനെ എക്സാം ആയിരിക്കും. എന്തായാലും ഞാൻ കുറച്ച് ആൻസേഴ്സ് പറയാൻ വേണ്ടി ഞാൻ ട്രൈ ചെയ്യാം. പക്ഷേ ഇഫ് ഐ ടു സേ സംതിങ്, ഐ ബിലീവ് ദാറ്റ് പ്രിപ്പറേഷൻ സമയത്ത് മുതൽ ഇഫ് ഐ ഹാവ് ടു സേ സംതിങ്, നമുക്ക് ഏറ്റവും ആദ്യം ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു മനസ്സിൽ വെക്കാൻ ഒരു കാര്യങ്ങളാണ് ദാറ്റ് വാട്ട് മോട്ടിവേറ്റ്സ് അസ്, വൈ ആർ വി ചൂസിങ് സിവിൽ സർവീസസ്. Is there a push factor or is there a pull factor? That determines a lot. That determines your strategy. That determines your interest, or how much you are willing to sacrifice, or how much you are willing to give what the exam demands us from. ഞാൻ 10 years old ആയിരുന്നു. ആ സമയത്താണ് ഒരു ദൂരദർശനിലെ ഒരു പ്രോഗ്രാം ആയിരുന്നു ഉഡാൻ. It was regarding a female IPS officer. Many of the young women of my age in the 80s, we all were inspired by that, because that was something very path-breaking. Or a lady officer, IPS officer, and how she goes about, and she's a superwoman, she's a super cop. So definitely, many of my batchmates, friends of the 80s, if you speak to, they have all been inspired by that one TV program. It was a real life story. The concerned IPS officer expired around few months ago. Anyhow, so I at that time didn't even know what is an IPS officer, what is an IS officer. Only the glamour involved, surrounding the post of a super cop is what motivated us. എന്നാലും എൻ്റെ അച്ഛനെ ഈ ഒരു സ്വപ്നമായിരുന്നു ദാറ്റ് ഹി വാണ്ടഡ് മീ ടു ബിക്കം ആൻ IS ഓഫീസർ. ഐ വാസ് എ ഗുഡ് സ്റ്റുഡൻറ്റ്, കമ്പാരിറ്റീവ്ലി ഓക്കെ സ്റ്റുഡൻറ്റ് ഇൻ ദ സ്കൂൾ. പക്ഷേ വെൻ ഐ സ്കോർഡ് സം ഗുഡ് മാർക്സ് ഇൻ 10th സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ്, ഒരു നോർമൽ ഫാമിലി പോലെ എൻ്റെ പേരൻസ് ഓൾസോ പറഞ്ഞു കുട്ടികൾക്ക് വേണ്ടി, ഗേൾസിന് വേണ്ടി മെഡിക്കൽ ലൈൻ ഇസ് ഗുഡ്, യു ആർ എ ബ്രൈറ്റ് സ്റ്റുഡൻറ്റ്, ടേക്ക് മെഡിസിൻ ആൻഡ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് പ്രിപ്പയറിംഗ്. Unfortunately, my district also was a PMT coaching hub, which means that just like Thrissur we have, so Bathinda is where I belong to in Punjab. And there, people from all over North India, from all other states, like Kota we have now for engineering. We had Bathinda at that time when I was in 10th, 12th standard. So very naturally, I also took medicine, although I wanted to take humanities and, but somehow my dream got, somewhere it went away. Anyways, I prepared for medical. I got admission into dentistry. I did my BDS. While I was in college, again, I was a good student, and fine, getting marks and all that stuff. And when I completed my final year, my principal, he was also the HOD of one of the department, and he just wanted to congratulate me. And that is when my principal asked me, so what do you want to do, Navjot? I said, sir, I'm not very sure. I don't want to do PG. I'm not sure. I'm still making up my mind what to do. He said, no, 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 no. You should go for civil services and all that. I don't know why he mentioned, how he mentioned, but that stayed with me. It was just a trigger. Somebody, reignited the dream that was somewhere inside me when I was a child, and which I always thought I'll do someday, but I never knew that that is the time it has come. And those few words, that one sentence, actually made me think that, yes, this is what I wanted to do. What is that my professor saw in me and said that, yes, you can do it? It's surely not only academics. You just don't need to be good in academics and all that. That is an additional factor if you have. But anyhow, his motivation or his little trigger, it actually reignited the passion, and rest is all history. I went to Delhi. I got married first, then I went to Delhi. And for 2.5 years, I prepared there. In my first attempt, I reached the interview level. I gave the interview. But I scored very less in one of the optional subjects. So in the final list, my name was not there. I was so confident because I had done the interview. I was like, ho jayega. Interview went very well, and I was like, I'll make through. So I didn't study for the next year prelims. And the second attempt, I did not even clear the prelims. So that was a learning lesson, never to be overconfident. And then, of course, I changed my optional, and then I gave the third attempt. And then third attempt is when I cleared the exam and I got 95 rank. Those 3 years, those 2.5 years, asked for a lot of hard work. Since I was newly married, there was a lot of sacrifices we had to make. My husband was preparing for his PG entrance, and then he was doing his PG. But I was sitting in one place in Delhi, and at that time, it's around 10 years ago, but at that time, 10, 12 years ago, at that time, we did not have too much of access to, internet, or we did not know what is this, information that we can get from internet and how to prepare better. Anyways, the key to what you want to do is that what motivates you and how much hard work are you willing to put in, and what is your level of determination. These three things I feel are very, very, very important. Sometimes it is only the parents who are saying that you want to do it, and that creates most of the push factor. You don't know, you have no idea whether I want to do it, whether it is your calling, we don't know that. It is someone else who said that, and then we do it. Or our friends have done it, or someone senior from the college has cleared it, and we think, okay, we'll also give it a try. You have to answer that question yourself. What is your calling? നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഉള്ളിൽ എത്ര ഇതിൻ്റെ ഒരു ഡിറ്റർമിനേഷൻ ഉണ്ട്. രണ്ടാമത്തെ പോയിന്റാണ് ഹാർഡ് വർക്കിനെ സംബന്ധിച്ച് ഞാൻ ആദ്യം ഓൾസോ പറഞ്ഞു. ഇറ്റ് ഡസൻറ്റ് നീഡ് എ ബുക്കിഷ് ഹാർഡ് വർക്ക്, ഇറ്റ് നീഡ് സ്മാർട്ട് ഹാർഡ് വർക്ക്. എനിക്ക് തോന്നിയത് നിങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവർക്കും ഓൾറെഡി ഇതിൻ്റെ സംബന്ധിച്ച് ഒരു പരിചയമുണ്ട്. സിവിൽ സർവീസസ് എക്സാം, UPSCൻ്റെ എക്സാം എന്താണ്, എത്ര വാസ്റ്റ്നെസ് ഉണ്ട്, സ്പെഷ്യലി ജനറൽ സ്റ്റഡീസ്. ഓക്കെ, ഈവൻ ഇൻ ദ essay ആയാലും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഈവൻ യുവർ ഓപ്ഷണൽ സബ്ജക്ട്സ്, whatever you have studied in your, suppose you are BA history and you have taken history as the optional, ആ രീതിയിലുള്ള ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് അവിടെ വരുമില്ല, വളരെ വേറെ രീതിയിലാണ് വരും. സോ അതിൻ്റെ വാസ്റ്റ്നെസ് ആണ് ദറ്റ് കിൽസ് അസ് ഓർ ദറ്റ് ഫ്രൈറ്റൻസ് അസ്. അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു കാര്യങ്ങൾ മാത്രമേ ആണ് ഒരു സ്മാർട്ട് ഹാർഡ് വർക്ക്. അതിൻ്റെ സ്ട്രാറ്റജി വളരെ ഒരു ഇൻഡിവിജ്വലിസ്റ്റിക് ആണ്. എൻ്റെ ചെയ്തുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ, ആ പ്ലാനിങ്, ആ സ്ട്രാറ്റജി നിങ്ങൾക്ക് തന്നെ ഓൾസോ അങ്ങനെ തന്നെ സ്ട്രേറ്റ് ജാക്കറ്റ്. എവറിബഡി ഇവോൾവ്സ്, എവറിബഡി അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ്സ് വാട്ട് ഈസ് മൈ വീക്ക് പോയിന്റ്, വാട്ട് ഈസ് മൈ സ്ട്രെങ്ത്. And the key is that you work up on your strengths and cover up your weakness to a point that they do not attract any negative, or they don't go against you, whether it is in the essay writing or whether it is your exams or whether it is your personality test. Smart hard work is the key. But I also believe that along with smart hard work, I believe that a little bit of coaching is very, very important in today's times. The exam, the syllabus is so vast that anything under the sun is the syllabus for UPSC. They may give you a few pointers as to this is the topics they are going to cover. പക്ഷേ എപ്പോഴും അതുവരെ ലിമിറ്റ് ആവില്ല. It is always over and above that. So smart hard work with a little bit of guidance and coaching is what I believe is very, very important. And when I touched upon the point of determination, basically as I said that since I was newly married or there were other distractions, how much determined are you to sacrifice that, to keep that aside, and to keep your focus very, very straight? I am actually amazed by the batches, for recent batches who clear, because as I said, in 10 years ago, 12 years ago, there was no Instagram, thankfully. Only Facebook was there to an extent. That also, it was very easy for us to log off and, not be in touch. WhatsApp was not there. The distractions were lesser. And the newer batches who are doing now, all of you, in so much of, distractions all around you, how are you able to keep your focus? How are you able to think that, okay, this is what I need to do, this much is the hard work I need to put in, this much effort I need to make, for whatever number of hours. How willing are you to put that effort? That is very, very important. Why I say that is because, especially for boys, it becomes very difficult, because if you're not clearing in your first attempt, not second attempt, you're in your third and fourth attempt, there will be a lot of pressure from home. Some of you would have just finished college and you've started civil services. So parents will say, "Adu 3 varshamai, 2 varshamai, iduvare onnu cheyditilla. Your friend has done this job, that job." That would be a pressure. If you have left your job and then you are preparing and it is your third attempt, second attempt, then again you will have pressure by saying that whether I've taken the right decision, I've left my job also, if this does not make it. So all these kind of questions will come. It's very natural. For girls, the question is always about marriage. You're at a marriageable age is passing by, you're 25, you're 27, all these things are there. We can take a stand, but it's very blessed if the parents also understand that. But we all know how Indian families work. So with this background, you have to keep your focus, you have to keep your determination, you have to work smartly and crack the exam. It's not an easy task. It definitely requires a lot of perseverance. But once we have made up a mind, it is not something impossible. As I said that few years ago, we were on this side. All of us are as bright or as academic or as, whatever we had in us is what you also have. It's not something rocket science. A smart hard work and determination is what it all takes to clear the exam. And having done the exam, definitely, why civil services is still considered to be, a parameter or yardstick of your achievement, of the best achievement, especially in India that we have, is that it is true that it offers umpteen number of opportunities. The platform that you reach by entering the civil services, I can only say about the Indian administrative services, the platform it offers you to do good work, to actually make a difference in the lives of people is so immense that whatever hard work you have done, whatever sacrifices you have made are all worth it. That is true. That is true. And that is the reason when some of your friends came to meet me, I believe that even if few of you can get inspired and, you reignite and you redetermine your, your perseverance and your willpower that yes, I have to do it. I think my job will be definitely done in sparing few minutes over here so that I can speak to you and tell you that it is actually a platform, it is actually an exam which is worth working for, where the hard work will definitely pay in whatever way you want it to be. So with these words, I congratulate the community that is working. I believe it's a peer-led community where you're mostly doing online.
Am I audible? Yeah. Well, ma'am, it's just an informal community.
Yeah.
So we actually started as a Facebook group or something, and this is our first offline event actually.
Right,
we used to
right.
help many online events and all, and we are here actually.
Yeah, exactly. So more of a peer-led community, even if it was in the virtual mode, it's very good. Something that I missed saying was that a very simple way of how you learn about new things and how general study exams and the questions pick up is that whenever something is happening, in the prelims or also in the mains, when any major event is happening, they will not ask a very direct question. For example, if it's a Bitcoin or it's a cryptocurrency, they're not going to ask you, and we will end up learning and mugging all what is cryptocurrency, what is Bitcoins and all that stuff. They will actually go a lot behind it and ask you a question which is very parallel to this. Was there something like this before cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, but not exactly Bitcoin? And now how do you understand that? Simplest thing is whatever you read in the newspaper, pick that keyword and start Googling about it. Start learning about it more from the internet, from reliable sources, and get more information about it. You would have learned from the previous prelims questions, the questions are never direct of what is coming in the papers. And some of us mostly spend our time and day in preparing from the newspapers. It is correct. But it is only giving you guidance of what is the topic that they will pick and what you should be aware of. It is as simple as that. This is what I feel has helped me to clear the, as I said, we were not in an era where internet was so common and we were not Googling all the stuffs all the time, 10, 12 years ago. But anyhow, this is something that I feel has worked for most of the people. Going behind a subject, going behind a topic, and then learning more about it, and something indirect about it is what is going to be asked in the exam. Regarding the personality test, regarding your interview test, as it is correctly called as a personality test, it is about your personality. It is not about how much you know about the a certain topic that is asked in the question. It is also a stage or a platform where they're also judging you for how you perform under pressure. So that is something that will not be built up in a day. It's not that when you clear the prelims, you start thinking about interview. If you really need to score high in your personality test, the job for that or the effort for that should start from the day you have decided to write the civil services. If you have a fright of speaking in front of audience or speaking in front of your teachers, you have to start working on that from now. If you want to attempt to give it in English and you feel that you are weak in English, you have to start working on it now. It's the, not just the verbal things that you will put across, it is the non-verbal body language also which carries a lot during your personality test. When we had prepared, I had attended just one coaching for this because at that time I was already in Rajasthan Civil Services, so I didn't have much time to prepare. But whatever I learned in that time, it was this only, that adinte practice, adinte mock practice, valare important aanu. And even if you're performing for those 15-20 minutes in front of that board, you cannot do that within 2 weeks or 10 days of preparation. It is something that has to imbibe inside you and the way you will present yourself. And that is why it is said that keeping your best foot forward, right? We all will have some, as I said in the beginning, we all have some weaknesses, we'll all have some areas where we need to focus on. It is how you cover those up and do not let that affect your performance. And definitely you will have strengths which you should multiply, which you should work on so that you are able to put your best foot forward. This is something that I remember from my experience of 12 years ago. I hope this is something basic which will always stay by us, which will always work whether the pattern of the exam change or no. Apart from that, as I said, once you enter the services, definitely it gives you a platform which is unparalleled and gives you immense satisfaction at the end of the day that with whatever motivation you entered the services or you attempted to give so much of hard work, it is worth that pain and that hard work and that sacrifice that you will put in these preparation days as of now. So as I was saying, my congratulations to the entire community who are part of it and the team leaders who have organized and brought all these people together. Happy to see young faces who are having this aptitude to go for the exam. And with these words, I inaugurate Aspirentia 21. Thank you everyone for calling me over here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, can I just have a couple of questions with you?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. I think actually the interaction is not just on. It might take a couple of minutes for the audience to get into the next gear maybe. So I will have some direct questions to you. Actually the introduction, that was the most needed introduction for any aspirant over here. Well, apart from that, you are actually posted to Kerala. So my direct question is like, how is Kerala to you? Well, you have been posted in Talasheri, Thrissur, and you have been many places in Kerala. So could you just say something about Kerala, what you felt?
So you want to hear good things about Kerala or the bad things? You have to tell. Right? No, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Which cadre we go, which state we go. It is only, ഒരു starting days you feel, which obviously it's a very life making decision because ഏത് സ്ഥലമിലെ പോയാണെങ്കിൽ അതിനുശേഷം your life is there. So it becomes, as we say in Hindi, your karma bhumi, right? So Kerala is my karma bhumi. In initial years when the farther you go from home, sadder you feel. That is true. But having worked here, since I do not have the experience of working in any North Indian state, so I would say that it has been a very welcoming place for me. I was posted to places where I could really learn about the place or the culture or the people, and obviously try my best to deliver something. Any place you go, whether you join IPS or whether you join foreign services or any service that you join, it's very important to try to make an attempt to understand where you're posted. And you have to accept the fact that this is the place you have been chosen to serve, or you've been chosen to work, or you've been chosen to deliver or work upon your dreams. So as I said that when I was younger, we were saying that, I want to be an IAS. So obviously there'll be some image in my mind, how I wanted to work, what I wanted to do. So whatever opportunity has been given to you, this is the time that you make those dreams come true. So Kerala has been extremely welcoming. I have been very fortunate and blessed that I got to work in the capital city. It's definitely a very challenging post and a challenging task, but trying to understand the mindset of people, the culture, the attitude of the people, again the weakness and strength of this area has helped me to give my 100% to it, or work with my heart and soul for this place. It's been a wonderful experience, but over the years, let me tell you, it doesn't matter which place you are. You become so devoted to your work that whether it is Assam or whether it is Punjab or whether it is Kerala, you just want to work and you want to give your best. That is what will actually, give you more peace and happiness and satisfaction. So Kerala has been a wonderful journey, but don't limit yourself that whether I'll get this cadre or that cadre. In the long run, that does not matter much.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. If you have any questions, there are volunteers standing here with the mics. You can just ask them. They will give you the mics here. Well, ma'am, one more question from my part.
Yeah.
Well, in this contemporary era, that's a COVID era, would you like to say something about the new challenges we are facing in this COVID era and all, in the state or something?
So as we all say, we have been hearing this word new normal. It actually is a new normal because work from home, it has become a completely new concept, and it has been accepted like anything in all spheres of life. You can imagine, I have a daughter who's 3 years old who's studying online, and I don't think she understands the concept of school or physically going to a school and actually attending a class, right? So it has become such normal to such an extent. And if you ask of administrative in our office, it has actually, how should I say, it has actually improved because a lot of follow-ups, lot of reviews, so you can actually get things done at a faster pace without having to waste time in traveling or postponing the meetings to a longer extent. Anytime you want a review with your subordinate staff or the higher-ups wanting with you, it becomes very easy. So I think definitely it has increased the efficiency in the administration. Work from home, I was mentioning, because it has opened doors of opportunity for women folk. Brilliant opportunity for women folk, because otherwise you had to sacrifice so much. Many people were opting out of job, out of career, because of so many things that happened during the life course of a woman. So definitely it has helped that. But the disadvantage is that it has taken away your private time. your personal space. So that is something that we all have to keep in mind, that we all have to switch off, which was easier in the times when everything was in offline mode or physical mode. The work has become more demanding. If my higher ups demand more from me, I am also demanding more from my subordinates. So the cycle continues. But all of us have to understand at one point of time that we have to switch off a while, we have to regain our mental peace and balance, and then only with renewed energy we can deliver the next day. So definitely COVID has changed what we considered to be normal before. It has definitely given a new definition to new normal.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Anyway, thank you so much, ma'am. During these busy hours even, you have just came in here and gave a cool introduction to all of us. Any just last words for us?
I just took the liberty to speak a lot in English. I hope some of you understood what I was saying. If I spoke in Malayalam, it would have been even worse, I think. So maybe some people are hesitating. If they want to ask in Malayalam, I can try to answer in that. Anyways, I've shared what I wanted to share. I just want to say one more time that everything seems impossible until it is done. So if any one of you having any kind of doubt in your capability to crack this exam, there's nothing like that. Forget about it. Just give your 100%, and what you aim is yours. Thank you.